Hello world, this your girl Mystic Rage, and you're tuned into Mystic Rage World, where we get it in with subliminal messaging from the universe and our ascended masters, ancestors, angels, archangels, any entity that want to make their presence felt, so they know, well, not they, but so we know what's going on, okay, to help us guide us on our spiritual journey. Okay, we did a previous read with the other cards here with Mayat, Mother Mary, Lakashmi, Ganesh, Jesus, and Shiva. But during that one, before I got to talk about Shiva, was the outcome card. Isis appeared beforehand when the deck split. The deck split and her face was faced up. She was on the card with her face up. So I'm just going to go into Isis before we go into the bust out cards, which are here, the bust out cards. And we're going to go into Isis really quick here. With Isis, her message here overall is reclaiming magic. Call back your power and what is rightfully yours. Isis is one of the foremost goddess of ancient Egypt. She is a high priestess, goddess, mother figure, all in one, and is associated with energies of the moon, magic, love, conquering the underworld. Through her life experiences, connections, and understanding of magical forces, she has wisdom she can offer us. Isis is a keeper of magical energy. She is dedicated to helping those who feel called to connect with the magic within. She helps us see that magic isn't something that comes to us, but an energy we can awaken within. She's particularly drawn to those stepping into and honoring their divine feminine, and those who are reclaiming aspects of themselves or power that have been left behind. The message here, y'all, overall, it's time to be your whole self. The parts that have been left behind are now ready to return. This is a time to stop playing small and step back into your greatness. If you're feeling something or someone has pushed you away from your most authentic self, the power of the magic is guiding you to take reins back into your own hand. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from being who you were born to be. Let your voice be heard. Let your gifts be seen. Let your powers be revealed. If you feel that you have lost or forgotten parts of yourself due to a situation beyond your control, know that these fragments are not lost, but waiting to be reclaimed. Call back all fragments of your innocence, your gifts, talents, vulnerability, heart, and anything else that might be out there in the universe. This is a powerful moment of the spiritual awakening, and the world is here to be your witness. Welcome yourself. Welcome home to yourself. Welcome home to yourself. Okay, you guys, reclaiming your power and stepping into that power and not being afraid to be powerful. I know a lot of us, even myself, we don't want the spotlight. You know, even me. I didn't want to be out in the open doing my messages, but, you know, I had a calling to have to say what I have to do out loud. I have to portray messages out in the open publicly this way. And it's something I had to work on myself, as I said previously, because I wasn't raised up doing these types of things. So, sorry I hit the camera there. Anyways, I don't want to go into a long rant. But here we're going to go into the bust out card. So we have Serapis Bey. Let me just pull up his name here. Okay, so we have Serapis Bey. Okay. Paradigm shift. Activation to grow and make the necessary change. Serapis Bey is the divine master who is responsible for helping those on earth move through the process of ascension, which isn't about transcending the body, but fully aligning the soul, mind, and body to transcend over all earthly limitations. He is a divine being who is, according to the ascended master's teachings, turning the page, was a priest or a spiritual practitioner during the time of Atlantis, and like many of the spiritually aware Atlanteans, who were conscious, living, connected to Source, He fled the land before it was hit by a cataclysm and went to Egypt. So I would say a big situation popped off and he left before things got really hectic and out of hand. Okay. He went to Egypt where it is said he has chose to reincarnate several times as a priest. In one of his incarnations, he is believed to have unified the Greeks and the Egyptians in harmony and peace. To illustrate this, he was depicted as Greek in appearance, but was an Egyptian headdress and breastplate. A temple of Serapis is mentioned in the historical text dating back as 323 BCE. This powerful guide now assists those on Earth willing to move beyond stagnant ways of doing things into a more enlightened way of living. He is a master of the New Age. The message here, you guys, it's time for... Wait a minute, guys. Let me get a little sip of water. Because I should have made my cup of tea, but I didn't make my tea. I had tea earlier, but I should have made my tea today at this time. Like I said, I'm trying to get used to doing this more out in the open. So my throat chakra is kind of shaky. Okay, guys. The message. This is a time of change. Out with the old and in with the new. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect what has been learned and how things can grow. You're being invited to move things forward rather than to resist the changes taking place. The universe is encouraging you to know that if you do resist change, when it does come, it may be more difficult for you to adapt to it. So don't hide or run from it, but meet it with grace. Okay, you guys? Your energy is being activated now. This means that the gifts and knowledge that have been locked within you are rising to the surface. Your ideas, belief, and trajectory are changing, which means changes will begin to unfold around you. If you meet with resistance as you chart your new course, it is important to stay aligned with where you're going and what you're creating rather than pull back into the old. You're here to evolve. Sorry, you guys. I said I was going to do this read even though I'm just feeling up and down today, but yes, I'm going to keep going. That was Serapis Bay. I'm going to time step this one here before we go to the second bust out card. Just bear with me.